The press in the Downbeat Current were notified of this meeting. A copy of the same was posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building and on the municipal website. The meeting will come to order. Would we please stand for the flag salute? Attention, salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Becker. Here. Mr. Blumberg.
Here.
Mr. Stoley.
Here.
We have our minutes of our September 18th meetings. Are there any additions or corrections?
I'll make a motion we approve those minutes.
I'll second.
Mr. Becker.
Yes.
Mr. Blumberg.
Yes.
Mr. Stoley.
Yes.
We will now open for public comment, 3 minutes on any subject.
Sewell, 22 West Drive, following up on the remarks in the last work session and the remarks from the last regular commission meeting. I once again request that the city solicitor render a legal, ethical opinion regarding the propriety of having the mayor solely appoint the school board members, all of whom have steadfastly refused to share services or to consolidate schools. And the latter thing presents a problem because with a mere 368 Margate students, we have an effort by the school board to impose 2 principals and a superintendent. It's administratively top-heavy. And I don't think it's proper to have the mayor appoint these individuals and then have the real pending problem of having a relative of the mayor assume one of those principal spots. I would like this opinion to be rendered in writing by the city solicitor, and I hope that the mayor will encourage it, because the solicitor has a 50-50 chance of agreeing with the mayor as opposed to agreeing with me. But, as I said last time, the administrative process must be begun, because I will proceed from the solicitor's opinion and seek an opinion from the county superintendent, and if no remedy is had or redress is had at that stage, I will then appeal to the Commissioner of Education in Trenton to seek an opinion there. And at that point, I will have exhausted the administrative remedies available to me, and then I will proceed to go into the New Jersey Superior Court and seek an injunction, because this is a blatant, obvious conflict of interest that cannot and should not persist. We're paying a staggering amount of money per pupil per year. The cost per pupil per year on a $13 million school budget for 368 K-8 plus 110 high school works out to over $27,000 per pupil per year. If you would take a notice that the Longport individuals under the leadership of the solicitor's dear friend George Miller successfully was able to slash the cost per pupil per year.
15 seconds.
I'll use it most judiciously, Mayor. Hang on. And I need a determination from you to authorize the solicitor to crank out that opinion at the end of my 15 seconds.
5 seconds.
5 seconds. But you see, when we're paying such an atrocious amount of money per pupil per year, and there are no efforts whatsoever to reduce that cost, you know, Ocean City High at $15,000 per year, they're getting physics, calculus, subjects that they could only dream about in K-8. So Mayor, let's have a decision today about that opinion so I can move forward in a judicious manner. Will you authorize the city solicitor to render a legal, ethical opinion on that particular arcane point? so I can seek redress elsewhere if the solicitor doesn't concur with me, and that's a strong possibility. But I need that opinion, Mayor. in order to move
I
forward.
think there's 15 seconds are up now.
Okay,
Thank
but
you.
I need an answer, Mayor.
We'll give you an answer before the end of the meeting. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Anyone else? Is there a motion to close this section of public comment?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Blumberg?
Yes.
Mr. Talby?
Yes.
Is there any comment on, do we have any second readings? No, we do not. Yes, we do. On second readings of ordinances or resolutions? Scott, do you want to do it? Sure.
Sewell, 22 West Drive, resolution number 200, where $8,000 is added to initial cost, I believe, of roughly $28,000. I sort of recall that back at the old City Hall, one particular year that Jeff sent in a team of 3 lawyers encouraging, pleading with this commission to have early intervention rather than costly litigation. And I would remind this commission of their duty and obligation to reduce legal cost by not resorting to litigation and not being litigious, because we are paying a very high premium for this attitude of not seeking early intervention and early solution to problems. So I strongly urge this commission to review the JIF recommendations so far as utilizing their team of experts, their legal experts, to reduce legal conflicts. Because, you know, initially where it goes from 10,000 to 28,000, and now another 8,000 under this resolution 2000, which references back resolution 168. This is fundamentally unfair to the taxpayers when we have people with not enough intelligence to seek professional help from JIF. They have it there, and I think you should avail yourself of it. And if you don't, you're derelict in your duty. I want to see greater resolution of these legal issues, particularly as it applies to the workplace issues. They should never fester to the point where they're costing us a staggering $250,000 in legal fees. Staggering. Plus, God only knows what the judgment will be rendered. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Sewell. Anyone else? Ordinances and resolutions. Is there a motion to close that section?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Blumberg?
Yes.
Ms. Talby?
Yes.
Tom?
Second reading of ordinance 31, amending Chapter 257 Vehicles and Traffic for handicap parking at 16 West Drive.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Blumberg?
Yes.
Ms. Talby?
Yes.
The first reading of ordinance 32, a bond ordinance appropriating the $900,000 for the former municipal building as described in the work meeting. Second reading is October the 16th, 5 p.m.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Blumberg?
Yes.
Ms. Talby?
Yes.
Resolution 199, authorizing payment of claims and payroll.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Blumberg?
Yes.
Ms. Talby?
Yes.
200, amends a contract with Steve Barcy Esquire and increasing by $8,000.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Blumberg?
Yes.
Ms. Talby?
Yes.
201 authorizes a Chapter 159 for the insertion of $375,000 in revenue.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Blumberg?
Yes.
Ms. Talby?
Yes.
And 202 authorizes submission of a grant application for the 2015 state aid application.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Blumberg?
Yes.
Ms. Talby?
Yes.
203 authorizes tax lien redemption for certificate number 12-15.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Blumberg?
Yes.
Ms. Talby?
Yes.
204 authorizes plans and specs for the City Hall repurposing Phase 2.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Blumberg?
Yes.
Ms. Talby?
Yes.
205 authorizes executive session in Margate v. Hilton.
Before, can I just ask a question before we go there? No?
Sure.
With the permission of Commissioner Blumberg and Commissioner Tawby, I would like to ask Mr. Abbott to write the legal opinion that Mr. Sewell so longingly asked for. Do you have any objection to that?
No, I don't.
Marty?
I do not.
Okay.
Mr. Sewell, to answer your question, number one, under the Walsh Act, the designated commissioner who is mayor has the sole authority to make appointments to the school board. So in Margate, Mayor Becker makes those appointments. Now, if you have a problem with that statutory requirement, then perhaps you should lobby the state legislature to see if they could maybe amend the law.
You're missing the point, Solicitor.
I don't think I've missed anything. Let me continue.
You're not engaged in ethics.
Let him
Let me
continue.
continue.
Don't go there.
Now, the issue is, and we'll be candid, it's the mayor's daughter-in-law who's apparently being considered for some type of promotion. I think it's unfortunate, John, and I know that I believe you actually believe a lot of things that when you come in here and say them, but I have to disagree with you on this one. The people who are appointed to the Margate Board of Education, there's no salary, there's no benefit. They volunteer their time. I believe all of them are of high integrity. And so when you impugn their honor and suggest that the mayor somehow has strings attached to them to pull and direct them what to do, from everything that I know, and I do know a lot about how this town runs, I disagree with you and couldn't disagree with you more strongly. It's an autonomous body. It is not, I don't see any connection where you call it an ethical violation. So perhaps not surprisingly, I do not agree with you. And I think your remedy lies with the Margate Board of Education, and if you feel you have some basis to file some type of complaint in court, that's your right to do so. It's a free country and you can do it. But I don't agree with you at all. I see no problem with the Margate Board, which again, an autonomous body. They consider the qualifications of the people. It may be that there's a relative there of an elected official, in this instance the mayor, but I don't think that person should be punished either for being a relative, and it's up to the Board of Education. That's my opinion.
Reduce it to writing.
I'd be happy to give you a letter on that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Tom, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I want to get that.
You have a motion on the floor for the executive session.
And I seconded it.
Oh, Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Blumberg?
Yes.
Ms. Taube?
Yes.
Thank you all. We're going into executive session.
Parameters of the executive session.
Pardon me?
Parameters.
Did you read your,
I read it, but it's erroneous.
it's erroneous.
Just read it again. Read it again.
Pending litigation, Hiltner versus the City of Margate?
It's actual.
Okay, then we'll take it out.
You're right, the trial is pending. You could take it that way too, the trial is pending.
Okay, thank you, John.
Duly noted.
Thank you for being so magnanimous. It is 5:45, excuse me. We have come out of executive session. We need a motion to reconvene our public meeting.
I'll make a motion that we can reconvene.
Second.
Yes,
Yes.
And Mr. Blumberg?
Yes.
okay. We need a motion to...
Well, does Scott want to report briefly on what?
I think that we should probably put something in record that we've discussed negotiations with trying to settle the Hiltner versus City of Margate lawsuit. We have reviewed various conditions and terms of that settlement. We are still in the negotiation process, and with the commissioner's approval, we will continue those efforts.
Okay.
Everybody approves, right? Okay.
We are finished. Is there a motion to adjourn this meeting?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Becker?
Yes.
Mr. Blumberg?
Yes.
And Ms. Taube?
Yes.
All right. Thank you all.